Welcome back, underground dwellers and cave people. My name, of course, is Open Potato. This is Oxygen Not Included. Over the last couple of episodes, we've been setting up. We've been setting up for a momentous occasion, and that is going to be, of course, the transit tube station is going to finally be open. We're just working through the last sort of bits and bobs. You're waiting for iron ore. You're waiting for iron ore as well. Let's queue up some more copper ore to be processed here, because I think that we're going to need a heck of a lot more refined metal in order to make a proper tube network. We want to get 3 stations, as I highlighted. 1 station over here, 1 station right over here, and probably like another station over here somewhere. I don't know. We'll work through the details as we are going. Yes, so I promised that in between episodes I would have a little think about cooling down the base as a whole. Now, there are a couple of different ways that we could go about doing this. However, I want to try before we commit wholesale to a complex system. I want to try just putting some wheezeworts around in strategic locations. You know, you could say strategic locations around the base, and that's indeed what we're gonna do. I've got a few select places where I would like to do it, primarily on the threshold between hot area and cold area, or hot area and hotter area, as it has now become. So I think, yeah, about that. Yeah, I'm gonna prioritize that appropriately highly. And we're going to look at getting that done as swiftly as possible. Now, this, of course, what research did we complete? Sick bay and hand sanitizer. Great. This, of course, is just a temporary workaround. It's not a permanent solution. We're not going to be able to rely on wheezeworts providing the providing all of the cooling forever. Don't get me wrong. I'm acutely aware that this is a very, very time limited scenario. What have we got here? Wheat seed, sleet wheat seed. I do want to get some balm lilies as well. I did talk about this. Not balm lilies. Pinch of pepper nuts. I talked about this ages and ages ago. Okay, we need to get some more wart seeds. We need 2 more wart seeds, and then we're gonna be golden. Okay, I'll queue you to be dug out, shall I? And I will queue up. There must be another wart seed somewhere. Must be another wart seed somewhere. Well, they'll definitely be down at the bottom then, for sure. Ah, yes, look at that. Perfect. Okay, both of those, priority number 9. Let's get those dug up. Let's get those wheezeworts moved to where they need to go. We need to get a bunch of phosphorite in order to make sure that they all are sustainably fertilized. Is that a thing? Sure, whatever. We need to make sure that they're sustainably fertilized, and we will indeed do that. But for now, let's just get them installed, and then we'll worry about that in a little bit. Okay, so with that should sort of at least prevent the heat onslaught, if you'd like, which will allow us to sort of kick the problem down the road a little bit. Not like that's really what I want to do. I don't really want to avoid the problem. The thing is that there is a lot more important stuff to be getting on with before we think about getting a proper heating system. I mean, for example, we could just move this entire area out to one of the cold areas. So for example, down here, this is still very, very cold, still very, very chilly. We could just do that out with the base. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. We're gonna keep it. We've built it in the base. You know, we're gonna have to live with the consequences of our actions. Did I not disable one of these pumps? I thought I did. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Right. Sure, some more eggs. Let's get some more eggs. I'm not worried about overflowing the amount of eggs that we've got. That's fine. And that's the last little wart seed. Great. Let's get this prioritized appropriately high. Stick that up to 8. Perfect. Okay, so that is that completely taken care of. Very, very happy about that. Let's think about the transit tube next, because boy, oh boy, am I excited for this. This is a real moment for us. This is a real moment. It's one of those moments where you just got to look back and say, hey, we actually did it. We actually accomplished it, or at least we will be able to do that as soon as we do accomplish it. Okay, so where is the area that we are in need of dupes the most? I don't know, to be honest. It might actually be down here. Yeah, okay. You know what? No, let's put it up here. I have a funny feeling that we're going to need to access this area a fair bit more going forward. I don't know why I have that funny feeling, but you know, sometimes it just happens. You just gotta go with your gut, as they say. Okay, transit tubes. We got a heck of a lot of plastic. Let's start planning it out. So we're gonna want to come. We're gonna want to probably try and take as direct a route as possible, which will mean cutting in through here. I think that's okay. Yeah, there we go. That's totally fine. And then we'll come up this way. Can't go to that ladder, apparently. That's okay. We can ditch that ladder there. Good. Deconstruct that ladder. Priority 9, please. And then let's get all of these pipes into place. It's going to take a little while to get it all done, as it always does, but I'm not worried about it. Let's deconstruct that as well. Deconstruct that as well. Priority 9 that. Priority 9 that. And we can also just build a little bit more of an overhang over there. Perfect. All right, that's great. Also, something else to bear in mind is that due to this anti-entropy thermonullifier being in place, we are actually technically cooling down our base just by leaving it like it sort of is at the moment. What we could theoretically do is run the insulated pipe down a bit further so that it doesn't absorb, so the water doesn't absorb heat once it comes into the base until it hits the water. I mean, that might be an idea. Because it's picking up a few degrees Celsius along the way, as you can see. It entered the base at about 7 degrees Celsius, but it's going to hit the water at about 10. So it is still cooling it down just a little bit. But the problem is, it's going to take a long time for that water to chill out. Right. Let's get all of this priority 7. I don't want to wait. I want to connect this up as soon as I possibly can. Right, more research, fantastic. Gas pipe germ sensor, liquid pipe germ sensor, and a germ sensor. Okay, can we take a little bit of a pause for our from our medical research? I mean, it's all very important. I get that. However, we need to get the piping done. Cool. Right, transit tube. There we go. And let's get all of that in priority 7. Perfect. I'm frequently amazed at how water manages to get into this area. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It defies reality. Okay, that is all of the polluted oxygen in this area that we could possibly get. I guess we're going to deconstruct that. Remarkably, you're managing to do this through a wall or through some copper ore. That is truly astounding. Maybe I should have let a little bit more of the polluted oxygen get pumped out, but I mean that's fine. I think that's no big deal whatsoever. I need to find a method of just creating much more polluted oxygen than I have. Although I tell you what, I do actually have a pretty darn good amount of polluted oxygen. Yeah, things are actually looking fairly good over here. Who's scalding? Has someone picked up a block of water? Was that? Right, weird, whatever. Right, I tell you what. Maybe I should have put the first station down here so that we could pick up all of the plastic which is just lying right there. Yeah. Maybe I should have done that. That's okay. All right, the first bit of transit tube is in place. That's great. Good work, everyone. 700 kilograms of copper. That's all in place. Good. Minus 15 degrees Celsius. I tell you what, I should just delete that insulated tile right there as well, so that we can get in, find out what's going on. Okay. Put that there. Priority 9 that. Yeah. In fact, no. What's the point? We can just get up through this way. Sure. We'll get up that way and see what the situation is. See what's going on. Right. Lots and lots of stuff is happening. I'm pretty happy with it all. We could return this to a stable size. Could put in a manual airlock right there. And then that goes up there like so. And maybe a few more sort of tiles just sort of dotted around to ensure that the size is brought down sufficiently. I mean, if we look at the size of the room right now, you can see that it's now 128. And the grooming station, it needs to be ever so slightly smaller than that. However, we've achieved the main mission of getting a little bit more polluted oxygen into the area. So that's kind of good. Pretty happy with that. The dense puffed needs oxygen, I believe. It eats oxalite. Don't really care about supplying oxygen here. That's not really the priority. The priority is to get more slime so that the sort of puffs are completely self-sufficient. That's the goal at the moment. Okay. Great. Everyone's doing fantastic stuff. And the pipes are going to be built imminently. How do we have so much hydrogen over here? Also, my heat plans in the future are going to involve hydrogen. So I watched a very, very interesting video on the whole process of heat dispersal. Now, the way that we probably want to go about doing it is by deleting heat. And there is one way in particular, which is specifically, which I think would be really, really good for us. So that is probably what we're going to do. We're probably going to end up putting in a massive turbine right over here, because the turbine eats steam at 120 degrees Celsius, and it deletes the heat in a sense. So rather than just sort of transferring it, for example, from here into the rest of the base, it will just eat it up like a sandwich on a Saturday afternoon. And that's indeed what we're gonna try and do. But again, you know, the priority right now is to get the transit tubes into place so that we don't have to worry about any of this nonsense happening in the future. Also, are you gonna be able to get back? You're gonna have to go the long way around. Okay, we're gonna need to do that. Yes. Yeah, get that in place. What did I do? Sandstone? Right. Bump that up to priority 9, because otherwise we're not going to be able to access this area. It's all going to be completely unreachable. But I think that that's the only other amending that we're going to need to do in order to make the pipe work. Who is picking up? Who is picking up the hot stuff? Oh my lordy, this is very, very hot. Very, very hot. The only cold thing in the base is the water. I mean, I'm at least relieved that we sorted the water situation out. It looks like the Wheezeworts are going full pelt. Is it possible that we can maybe get some more Wheezeworts? I think we've got most of them. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'll set up some. What have we got down here? Granite, more granite. Great, love a bit of granite. Cool. Get that in there. Priority 7, all of that. Priority 9, that. Priority 9, that. So that when we do eventually build out there, we can just make it work. That ice is not going to melt anytime soon, so that means that I'm just going to sort of leave that there and hope that it fixes itself. That's what I'm interested in. Happy days. Okay. Good. This is unreachable. This entire area is unreachable. We should probably try and fix that. Sedimentary rock nearby. Let's get a ladder just down here, and we'll make like a little sort of access hatch for all of the digging that needs to be done. Bump that up there. Bump that up there. Perfect. Great. So all of this is now imminently reachable. All of the digging can be done, hopefully relatively quickly, and we can manage to make this whole thing work reasonably quickly and reasonably well. So I believe that we're going to need to get this wire down here. Yep. I mean, it is on priority 5 at the moment, but I think priority 5 is an appropriate place to leave it. Let's take a little overview of the circuits. The current load, the potential load of this is very, very high. Yeah, I mean, wowzers. I did not realize how unbelievably power consuming those stations are. Okay, I mean, that makes me reevaluate my choices again. Okay, you guys need to stop scolding yourselves. It's quite bad. Yeah, this becomes somewhat of a problem. Unless we go out of our way to try and get some brand new wire. I don't know what's the conductive wire. What is the maximum load that a conductive wire can have in place? Great question. No idea. That's one to find out. If we breach this, oh my god, what is happening? Why is everyone so hot? It's really not good. It's really, really not good. Okay, can I get this stuff mopped up now? Too much liquid. Still too much liquid over there? Great, glad to see that nothing really ever changes. How are you scalding? Oh goodness, it's so hot down here. It's so hot. Yeah. But the Wheezeworts need to start working overtime, I think, chaps. You guys need to push it up a little bit. Push it to the limit, as they say. Alright. Flooding broken. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. New printables are available. Oh, sure. I'll take some patches, I guess. Do they just flop out of the... Oh my, they do as well. They're just flopping. Attack poor wild critters. There we go. Let's do this. Let's make some meat. Can I make anything of interest? Barbecue? I'm gonna make some barbecue. Yeah, I mean, it's not really combat if the other side can't fight back. Oh my goodness, everyone is low on HP. I presume that that's due to the scalding. I don't think it's due to the fact that we've just lost a fight against a flopping fish. Yeah, definitely not a good result there, honestly. Speaking of, oh yeah, we should really move these batteries out of this area here. Okay, I'm gonna deconstruct that. I'm gonna deconstruct that battery as well. Let's get those shipped off out of there, and let's get that shipped off out of there as well. We can't really afford to have too many more heat sources in the central area. Although it does look like these Wheezeworts are actually doing a pretty darn good job. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Good stuff, everyone. Okay, the combat starts again. Great. Fantastic. All right, you finally died. That's great. Good job, everyone. Good job. Fantastic. Okay, how much we got? 200 grams of water there. Not very much. That's fine. Unreachable dig. That says it's an unreachable dig. How is that an unreachable dig? That's not unreachable. None of this is unreachable. Yet that is unreachable. That should not be the case. Yeah. Hold on, I can build ladders down this thing. Why did I not just do that in the first instance? I guess it kind of looks a bit better that we don't have ladders running down inside the tube. Although, no, wait, I can't. It must be built in an unoccupied space. Yeah, there we go. It's fine. Okay, let's dig out that and dig out that there. Perfect. Alternatively, I could just dig out that, and that would probably suffice. Yeah, don't bother with that digging. Just deliver the plastic. How much plastic do we have left? Can I have a little look at the resources? Where would it be? Where would it be? Where would it be? Industrial ingredient. No. Manufactured material. 1,470. I mean, that's pretty darn good going. Okay, let's have a little look at how good this conductive wire actually is at doing the whole electricity thing. There we go. Low resistance conductors technology. Doesn't really make sense, but fine. That's okay. That's cool. Okay, power conductive wire. How much does it conduct? Max power is 2 kilowatts. Look, that is absolutely cracking. That's exactly what I'm interested in. Unfortunately, it is going to be a little bit too good for its own good, I suspect. We're gonna. I tell you what we could do. We could maybe get a power transformer. I don't know if this thing takes power constantly. Maybe we just get a power transformer. Maybe we just get a straight up power transformer. Yeah, get a power transformer there. You know what? Let's try and avoid using big brand new expensive cabling. Yeah, there we go. Thing is, though, I just don't think that we're generating anywhere near enough. Don't think we're generating anywhere near enough resources. Yeah. Yeah, we're just not. We're not getting enough hydrogen. How long before the next activity in that hydrogen thing? Quite a while, as it turns out. Oh my goodness, we're just pumping the oxygen right back into there. Okay, that is a straight up massive problem that I did not spot earlier. And yeah, now we're completely out of power. Well, this whole process is contingent on hydrogen pumping. I mean, we need to make sure that we have hydrogen coming into the hydrogen generator. Otherwise, we're going to have a massive issue, as they say. Okay, but we've got the thing in place over here. We've got the power cabling set up for this side. That's grand. What's the temperature coming in? Nice low temperature. Beautiful. Fantastic. And still you managed to find some way to scald yourself. Look, that's fine. That's fine. It looks like these Wheezeworts have actually been doing a pretty darn good job. It's colder along the bottom of the room than it is the top of the room. In fact, there's a 10 degrees Celsius difference in temperature between the top of the room and the bottom of the room. But I mean, that's fine for now. That's fine. We can just about endure that. That is a very, very interesting purple-colored network, I must say. Very, very cool. Right. Scalding and you're idle. You're idle, Grumpage. I mean, that is not good enough, I'm afraid. So, let's queue up some more stuff to do. I don't think that stuff is entirely reachable. But there we go. Let's get this queued up, and let's get this area expanded. Yeah, that's looking pretty darn good. The water is still cool, so that's a nice temperature for that to be at. And let's put a cork in the roof over there. Basically, I'm thinking that this can be our med room. I'm thinking, anyway. A sick bay. Must possess the bedside skill managed to treat peers. I mean, I think that's fine. Triage cot. I think a sick bay is what we're after. I mean, what is the room requirement for a sick bay? A hospital, quarantine sick duplicants, medical equipment, toilet, mess table. That's it. Medical equipment, toilet, and a mess table. Right? So I think we just set this area up as a bathroom. Yeah, that's what I think that we are going to do. Okay, let's get 2 sick bays. Not priority 9. Let's take that down to priority 8, because of course our main priority is still the transit tube. Okay, wonderful. Colony lacks bedside skill manner. Okay, have I not equipped anyone to be a bedside skill person? Medical compounding, bedside manner. Yep, advanced medical care. Sure, Banana, you're gonna be the one. Okay, insufficient resources, medical pack. That's cool. Gonna get that cleaned up soon too. Soggy feet. ain't exactly ideal. Yeah, a little bit of overflow water here. Easy to rectify. Yep, great. Get that all cleaned up. Going to put this into play over there. Get a pneumatic door right over there. Perfect. A little bit of hydrogen coming up here. Not super happy with that. Also not super happy with the oxygenation of this room per se. So it might be an idea if we get a airflow tile or a mesh tile in right about there, so that we can get that, so we can get this room appropriately ventilated. And probably going to need another tile right about there. Harkoni, dude, you're on 7 HP. Can I second you to a bed? Okay, missing toilet, missing mess table. Okay. Let's get a toilet in. How is it that you've got so little HP, my dude? How is this the case? I mean, I guess we can do some apocryphy stuff over here. I guess we might as well stick it on the same circuit. In fact, you know what? We can just stick it right there. Okay, this is going to be, yeah, priority 8, I think, is sufficiently high enough. Now I need to get a lavatory. Lavatory, I mean, we need fresh inputs. Fresh inputs can come from down here. There we go. And that can link up right over here, I guess. There we go. Alright, cool. That's all priority 8. I had no idea that one of our dudes was on so low HP. I mean, that is really, really bad. I really should have been a lot more astute in my observationing. Alright, cue that up to be dug out so that we can finally just get these tubes done and dusted. Okay, and granite right up there. That should allow us to reach the last few bits of tubing right over there. Perfect. Right. This all needs to be priority 9 stuff. I want to absolutely get this done as swiftly as possible now that I know how low my dudes are. Are they going to recover any HP? Where's Harkoni gone? High stress individual. Severe wounds. Impacting their work and their well-being. Yeah, it's funny that. Severe wounds will tend to impact your work and your well-being. Yeah, it's funny how that works, eh? Right. Okay, hopefully we can get this area up and running before medical pack. That's exactly what I'm after. Yes, we need phosphorite and we need balm lily flowers. Right, let's make 5 of them. Let's bump that up to priority number 9. Banana. I think I probably want to put you on advanced medical doctoring. However, what are you doing? Jasper, you're our research guy right now. I want to save your points for something else. Grumpage, you're probably good enough to be the doctor. Kyle, I mean, you're on medical compounding anyway. All right, great. Well, you can just be bumped up to advanced medical care. And we can put Kyle on a high priority for doctoring. There we go. Very high priority, in fact. There we go. You are going to be making some remedies. Okay, we need some mess tables. Missing plumbed wash station. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We just need a... Well, actually, we probably should deconstruct that building and instead stick in a toilet. Yeah, sorry, not a toilet. What am I talking about? We need to stick in a lavatory here. Yeah, and then we need to plumb in a sink. Yeah, deconstruct that. My bad. My bad, guys. I mean, it's still going to be fundamentally the same thing. Just means that if you use the bathroom, you can, you know, you have to wash your hands. It's literally that simple. Sure, can do that. I mean, this looks like total trash. But it'll be fine. And at least, you know, we're working on the medical pack for now. That's important. Okay, it looks like this area is slowly but surely becoming oxygenated as well, which is fantastic. Let's also get it properly brought up to standard. So we'll get to... Excuse me? We'll properly get to two little mess tables in there. That's great. That's priority 8. Let's get that bumped up to priority number 9. Fantastic. And now, it should be officially declared as a hospital. And we've got capacity for 2 people. 2 people. Remarkable, eh? Absolutely remarkable. Who's going to come and sit down here? Harkoni? Insufficient resources, medical pack. We don't have any power. I mean, that will be replenished right now, which is great. And hopefully we can continue with the medical stuff in just a second. Let's get that all swept up over there. Priority 5, of course. We don't want to over-egg it too much. Dirt, sure, I'll take some dirt. I'm really not interested in any extra dupes at the moment. Quite happy just to take it easy. Take it easy on the whole dupe front. Yeah. Harkoni, my dude, where are you? Priority 9, Nat. Right. And Kyle is absolutely smashing out the medical packs. Until, of course, he's off the clock. In which case, he's right down to the pub, that Kyle is. He really is. Right off down to the pub. I tell you what, though. This whole system is working quite well. Oxygen is looking good. Heat is looking less good. But the more I think about it, the more I am reasonably confident that we're going to be fine for heat going forward. I've just queued up a few more farm tiles with the expectation that we'll get some more wheeze-worts done in just a second. Rotten sleet wheat, that's fine. 2 more wart seeds that I'm ready to deploy at a moment's notice. However, it looks like this is a inaccessible area. Oh no, it's not an inaccessible area. Apparently they can still clamber down through this massive gap in the floor. I mean, that's fine. Fine in my books. Right, lots and lots of granite is being constructed at the moment. Lots and lots of stuff is going on. Good, happy with that. I mean, can I have a sick bay policy? Vitals, stress, morale, energy, health. I mean, can I sort by lowest health? Harkoni. Yeah, I mean, I would love to make them better, although it doesn't look like that is actually a thing. And it says that we don't have enough medical packs over here, although there are 5 medical packs right in there. How many medical packs can we actually store in a specific sick bay? Okay, vitamin chew, germ-based disease, curative tablets, germ-based disease, allergic reaction, medical pack. Medical packs are very effective against slime lum. Okay, I guess we can't repair any health issues that anyone has. Sorry, guys, that's on me. Didn't realize that was something that we actually can't do. A massage parlor. I suspect that I really want one of these. I really, really want one of them. So that when the stress goes through the roof, we'll know what to do. Doesn't look like stress is anywhere near popping off, so to speak. You're going to pick up granite. Why are you going to pick up granite? Also, have we completed this tube? We've completed this tube. That is fantastic. That is really, really nice. Right, let's get this all prioritized to an appropriately high level. Scalding. That better not be Harkoni. 52 degrees Celsius. Okay, I mean, that is not good. That is not good. I mean, that can only end badly. I mean, as soon as it's Harkoni that's getting... Look at him. Severe wounds. And yet I have absolutely no way of trying to treat him. Today's net stress is still down, which is good. However... Oh my god, that's definitely Harkoni taking more damage. Stop going near the stuff that is hot. Right. Okay, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put in place... some brand new and improved insulated tiles. Sufficiently highly prioritized. I want to make sure that no heat can get in here at all. I mean, it's 50 degrees on the outside. We could really do with trying to drop that a little bit. Okay, let's also get that dug up, and let's try and put in another Wheezewort seed right over here. Probably two, in fact. Right. Get that all queued up. Great. I mean, I don't like the fact that the outside of the base is exposed to the inside of the base. It's not ideal at the moment. What's the temperature of the water here? It's still low enough for me to be satisfied with the situation. Yeah, I'm still okay with what's going on. This is still good. This is still good. How did you manage to get out here? Okay. I mean, I'm gonna wrangle you. You're gonna get absolutely wrangled, and then you're gonna get stuck into the station. Apparently, we've just completely run out of hatches. I mean, we ran out of hatches ages and ages ago. Don't know why I've not done anything about it. Probably just because I don't care and they don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. We don't really use coal for very much. How is this area so pretty? I don't know. We need to improve the looks of this area. So let's try and do that. Let's try and get ourselves some furniture. Yeah, some properly nice furniture. Let's get a lovely portrait in over here. What about that? That sounds like a grand idea. A landscape canvas. Perfect. 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 And perfect. Well, not exactly perfect, but it's not too bad actually on the whole scheme of things. It looks pretty darn good. Thankfully, it looks like we're going to manage to quickly change out the tile insulation over here. Great, get that in place. Prioritize that, priority 9. We want to make sure that all of our Wheezeworts are dealt with very, very quickly. Jasper's taking a little bit of a pounding. Kyle's taking a little bit of a pounding. It's the storage bins, I'm telling you. The storage bins are very, very hot. Very, very hot. But that's okay. With that, we will have not stopped the heat transfer from the outside, but we will have significantly slowed it down. Let's get this replaced as well. Let's get that replaced. We'll get this replaced. Yeah, I mean, that will, I think, do most... Yeah, that'll be sort of most of the tiles on the exterior of the base. That will now be insulated, which is great. That's very, very important. Slowly but surely, we're going to suck down the temperature of those storage bins. That's going to take it out of scalding range, which means hopefully that we're not going to suffer any more burns in the future, which is great. Very, very happy about that. Obviously, we don't want to have that happening. If we could get these bristle blossoms down to a mildly balmy temperature, then that would be great too. But if we can't do that, then no worries on that front. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We got some barbecues queued up. But we've got no more stuff with which to cook those barbecues. Okay. Let's get that swept up. That's too much liquid? How is that too much liquid? Oh, it's 300 kilograms of liquid. How did we get this much liquid in the base? Also, I want to get this area set up. Why is this not working? Is this unreachable? Is this entire area unreachable? No, this entire area is totally reachable. Harkoni is on 5 HP. 5 HP. Alright, to be honest, I kind of just want him to die. I'm really sorry, Harkoni. I kind of want you to die. Because that means that you're just going to stop being a massive burden on everyone, and instead you can start contributing. I it sounds worse than it actually is, but you know what? It's kind of true. Thank goodness for this wheeze word over here. It's the only thing that's really keeping this anti-entropy thermal nullifier going. I don't think we got much, we ain't got much hydrogen in the system, to be honest. As you can probably tell, things are a bit dicey. Things are a little bit dicey at the moment. Could probably do something about that hydrogen over there. We could probably do something about the fact that we got so much flipping hydrogen over here. In fact, it straight up might be worth us just sticking in a mini gas pump right up at the top. Right up at the top there, and bringing it down right over there. I mean, to be honest, can't really be bothered mining out all of that rock, so we'll just do that there. Cool. Let's stick it on priority 8. That seems entirely reasonable. There we go. Cool. Let's extend the network a little bit. Link that up, and that will at least feed our hydrogen generator for a while, presumably for the next 24 cycles or whatever it takes in order to get the gas thing running again. Hold up a second, Zinzin, are you using a suit? Are you using a suit, or is this just a graphical glitch? Oh my goodness, you've escaped. You've escaped. I see what the problem is here. I immediately see what the problem is. You have managed to escape the confines of the base, and I'm unhappy about it. Look, someone else is going to escape as well. Oh, goodness gracious me. Why would you do that? I mean, the outside is dangerous. There are germs out there. Now there are germs in here. Well, I say that. Most of the germs have been entirely taken care of. I expect fully that the germs in this area are also going to be taken care of very, very shortly. Yeah. Nothing to worry about. Okay, booyah. Look at that. That's looking good. That's looking real good. Let's get this pump up and running as well. That's going to be helpful. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Are you our first person to go on the transit tube? Works a charm. Works a complete charm. Okay, even if we can't send people there, we can at least send people back. And that is a massive, massive time saver. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is great. That's really, really good. I'm very, very happy about that. That's real good. Very, very happy. Count me happy. That's good stuff. Can we instead try and maybe get another power generator? I don't know what the load on this circuit actually is at the moment. The current load is 130 watts. What usually operates on this circuit? Not much, actually. This circuit is actually fine, although that's the cooking circuit, and we don't really want to install anything on there. Current load on this circuit over here is 0. Literally nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's entirely inactive. However, it is active every time we have suits coming up to the system. Pipe blocked? Wait, what? We've got no power over there. Let's stick that up slightly higher. Bump that up to like 30%, give or take. Something like that. Yeah, that's fine. We need to find some way to power that circuit. Okay. Stick it back into 3 times speed. Bananas up to 19 stress for some obscure reason. What are you doing, my dude? It is roasting down here. It's 200 degrees Celsius. You've got popped eardrums, moderate wounds, and you're about to start scalding. I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you. To be honest, I'm shocked that it didn't happen sooner. Okay, I mean, look. We need to get another transformer for sure, right? Need to get another transformer for sure. But we can probably just stick it up here. Yeah, probably. Okay, heavy watt wire. We can't even get a heavy watt wire bridge, can we? Not really. We can do a heavy joint plate. That might be what we do, just to keep things simple. What's the load on this wire? The maximum load is, I mean, we're miles off hitting that maximum load. Okay, so let's instead come up this way. Cool. Let's get just a regular power transformer. Regular power transformer is all that we really need in this circumstance, I believe. Let's get let's get that in there. Perfect. And then let's just get a regular wire. We'll make it out of copper. Sure. Wire bridge. Wire bridge over there. Up here. And up there. Alright. It's a little bit convoluted, but it'll work. Okay. Everyone that is out of the base right now should have a suit on, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Still a couple of people are just are taking the long road to get up to this section up here. Oh, beautiful. Okay, the gas pump is finished. That means that we can properly start getting hydrogen into the system now. Fantastic. Great. Good stuff. Good stuff, everyone. Okay, it's not probably going to be enough. Yeah, we're probably still going to need yet more hydrogen. This mini gas pump is pretty pathetic, to be honest. Look, that's fine. As long as we're generating cold water, then that's what I care about. That's good. That's important. We now have a fully functioning transit tube network station. That's at least something, right? That is at least something. Copper ore. Let's queue up some more copper ore. I'm going to queue up another 20 bits of copper to be converted. Another 20 bits of copper to be converted over here. Also, something that I should take a look at. How are we doing down at the very bottom of the world? Did we sort of slow the temperature decline over here, or the temperature heating over here? I think we did, to be honest. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. That's not too bad. We still have a little bit of petroleum around there. A butt ton of molten lead, which I still have to, think of a way to try and cool that down. But it's going to happen. It's going to have to happen. Beautiful. Also, the temperature in here is coming way down. That's great. Ever since we've got this insulated tile in place, that's really helped, I think. Yeah, that's good. Happy with that. Okay, you're still idle. That's not ideal, but that's okay. You need some med packs. Let's get some more med packs on the go. Take that down to priority number 7. I mean, I think that that's us, really. I think that that's everything that we could possibly need, at least at the moment. Certainly don't think that there's anything within the confines of the base that we need to deal with. Okay, bump that up to priority 8. Right, you're going to get wrangled. There we go. Get the wrangler out. Somebody to wrangle, please. I keep trying to check the temperature of this liquid because I feel like it's just going to heat up. Tell you what we should do. We should probably hold up. Cancel that. Yeah, we should probably get this replaced. Slow heating, igneous rock. Overheat temperature, thermally reactive. Okay, I'm going to take slow heating. Yeah. By doing this, I'm not going to make any changes to the... If I do that as well, I can get that replaced. Get that replaced. Just to try and insulate... it a little bit better. Yeah. Cool, do that. Yep. If we do that, then we can try and insulate the water supply just a little bit more. Because if that starts heating up, then that sort of feeds the problem, really. In fact, I tell you what, part of the issue is that we've got oxygen just chilling around, or I say sitting around sitting around this area, which is very, very hot. And that in itself is not good because it means that the oxygen is just heating up. And that is not great. That is not great at all. We don't want that to be happening. We do not want that to be happening. The more we can do to cool down the oxygen, the better. Okay. Get it all insulated. That's great. I'm pretty happy that we were able to get the med bays up and running, although it's pretty miserable that we can't actually do anything about that. Oh, would you look at that. Lots and lots of lovely polluted oxygen for these guys to chow down on. Lots and lots of slime is being produced, slowly but surely. We've resumed the grooming station nature of this room, which is good. Jasper, you're working on the whole production of all of the resources up here. Also, something that I have neglected to realize is that I'm pumping hydrogen into here and not stopping it from coming out, which is a bit of a bad decision, to be honest. Let me instead put that in there like that. Sure. Priority 9, all of that, so that we can keep all of the hydrogen within this area. There's no point in pumping it into the room in order to try and cool it down. If indeed we're just going to let it out into the wild. So let's get that fixed up right away. Transit tube, by the way, has been a huge success, an absolutely huge success. My only regret is maybe that in future we should try and get it to be slightly straighter than it currently is, and if we do that, then that will. How did that happen? And also, I set submit a bioscan. Submit a bioscan. Is anyone going to come up to this area and submit a bioscan? That's my goal. That's what I want to have happen. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. We could also think, by the way, in the future about venting some resources into space. That is another great way to get rid of a bunch of excess heat. Just get rid of the resource, stick it out into the great unknown of space, the great expanse. What's the temperature in here? 7 degrees Celsius, 12 degrees Celsius. It's a very hot bit of water right there. 16 degrees Celsius. It's a lot to cool down, isn't it? It's a lot to ask. However, it's an unlimited supply of water, and therefore I'm not going to complain too much about that. In fact, how is this water? This water is actually quite cool in the grand scheme of things. Also, turns out we're out of liquid over here. Now, we could. I mean, what do we? We could start pumping water through that's already being heated up, although I feel like that's a very, very bad way to fix the problem, as it's going to mean that we're going to need more coolant in order to run through the metal refineries. So we're going to have to find an alternative source of coolant. Now, that could be polluted water. We got quite a lot of polluted water up here. That is quite hot polluted water, though, so that's kind of off the cards. Yeah, we're definitely going to have a wee think about that. Tell you what, as a water collection area, this thing is working pretty darn well. Don't worry, I want to continue to use this as a water purification chamber. However, as I mentioned briefly earlier in the episode, my goals here might have changed. I may want to. It's unreachable now. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct that. And in fact, get that all redone right there. Sandstone, yes please. We need to try and put the block in here as soon as possible. Okay, that can be swapped to priority 8. We need to get this thing back in place. Okay. Good, igneous rock. Yep, igneous rock there. Perfect. And one more bit that I need to plop back in there. Perfect. Otherwise, we're going to have major issues. Thank goodness gracious me. Because we can't mop this water up. We've frequently got too much over here. Pretty irritating. I know. Right, get this all swept up, please. How are we doing over here? 38 degrees. I mean, the temperature hasn't cooled down the storage bins down as much as I would have liked. Although I can't really complain too much about that, as they've got a pretty darn tough gig. On the whole, though, temperature seems to be coming down for sure, but not as quickly as I would like. Okay, that's fine at least. We've got the transit tube up and running. I'm thinking that maybe we try and get in a little pole, a little fireman's pole, sort of try and speed up the trip between this area and this area down here. I mean, that in itself would be quite good. Do we need any more oil? I mean, honestly, on the whole, things are actually looking pretty darn good. I mean, I don't want to say that we're not in the end game quite yet. We need to unlock the steam turbine. Yep, let's do that. I think that we can probably just think about doing more and more research, eventually getting to a point where we can quite convincingly go to the stars, go to the moon. We need to get a telescope up and running. I mean, there's so much that we need to do. There's so much opportunity that lies ahead of us. But that opportunity is going to have to be exploited in the next episode. Because, ladies and gents, that is it for now. Things are cooler. I feel cooler. Everything feels very much cooler. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I've been Open Potato. This has been Oxygen Not Included. I'll see you next time. Bye.